So QXM, Quebec X Media, today, January 23rd, 2025, we're back to the Service de Police de l'Agglomération de Longueuil to try and get our report number the last time that we were here. Hopefully people will be a bit more cooperative and I won't get cambacks and stuff like that, but we'll see. So making sure that our rights are going to be respected, the liberty of expression that encloses the liberty of press. So without further ado, QXM, Quebec X Media, let's go, let's go, let's go. On est accueilli par un interdit de photographier et de filmer. Bien spécial. Donc, ce panneau est une demande et non un code.
Si vous la voyez comme ça, ça me va.
Non, non, j'ai besoin que vous me le disiez parce que je ne veux pas enfreindre ni de loi ni de code.
Filmer, on vous demande de ne pas filmer, c'est tout. C'est nos installations. On vous demande de ne pas filmer. Alors, il y a tout ça que j'ai...
Parfait.
Venez me voir, monsieur, on va se parler.
Mais juste une recommandation, si on affiche ne pas filmer...
C'est pas moi qui ai affiché ça, monsieur. C'est la ville de Longueuil. Fait qu'allez à l'hôtel de ville faire vos doléances si vous n'êtes pas content de nos pancartes.
C'est parfait. Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
So, we still have the sign that says no photos or filming. So let's see if they're going to enforce that again or not. Good evening, sirs and ma'am. Oh. I just have a quick question. I have a quick question. I was just wondering because last time I was here, we were talking about this sign that no filming and no photos can be taken within the lobby. I went to the city hall and do my due diligence because that's what I was told. It was actually the town that decided that it was a rule. And I just wanted to see if there was a code or no code that was enforcing that, because normally with the Charter of Rights that you have here, liberty of press means that people can film within public idea.
Leave, okay?
Sorry?
We ask you to leave. We won't serve you today, okay?
You won't serve me, why?
You're filming, okay?
What code would that be?
You can't film here, okay?
Why is that?
Look, sir, what can we do for you?
Well, since I was here on the 13th of January,
Yes.
I was coming back here to see if there was a report number that was issued for my presence, and I wanted to get from the Law of Access of Information whatever was there. So, like I'm telling you, if there's not a code enforcing that, I'm not breaking any law by filming. As a member of the press, independent press, on the public emplacement, as long as I don't get private people, I can film. Are you familiar with the Charter of Rights?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the third article, which encloses freedom of expression, is also freedom of press, and anywhere that's a public.
So do you whatever you want, sir.
So you're going to be the one who's answering me?
No, do whatever you want, but just stay calm in the place, okay?
No, but I will need information. I need someone to give me the report number, if there was a report number for when I was here, because I was told that the only way I can get law of information requests is by having a report number. So there's no problem and I won't be arrested if I walk in? Sir, you haven't answered my question.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hey,
Ça va bien?
how you doing?
Good, and you? Mais je suis français, anglais?
I told me English.
You prefer in English?
Yeah, of course.
All right, I don't mind at all. Well, basically, if you don't, do you mind us talking just for a few minutes?
No, of course, of
I
course.
just want to explain something to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a few people that came up to us. They told us that they were uncomfortable with you filming them. And basically, since this is a police station, people might confide in private matters.
Of course.
So I would ask you, please, I understand that you want to film this.
Yeah, yes, of course.
There's probably a reason behind it. I don't know what it is, but I understand that you probably are not trying to do any harm to anybody. But
course.
as you can see, they're trying to hide their faces right now.
Well,
so I would ask you, if you need any help, we'll provide.
Monsieur, madame,
They don't want to talk to
vous
you
serez
right
pas
now.
sur la caméra.
They don't want to talk to you right
Yes,
now.
of course.
But listen, is there something you need right now?
Yes, I do.
What do you need?
Well, like I was explaining to the officer over there.
Yeah.
Well, first thing first.
Yeah.
What's your name and your badge number?
My name and badge number?
Please.
My name is Ian with an
Ian.
I.
Yeah.
Stoliarov. S-T-O-L-I-A. Let me
No,
reiterate that.
That's okay.
because they don't
S-T-O-L-I-R-R-O-V.
Can you see it right here?
How you say that?
Stoliarov. That's Russian.
Stoliarov.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
exactly. And my badge number is 12089.
12U89?
12089.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Sure. Thank you very much.
So basically,
Just
Is there
you
anything you
can comfort them that I will not film them. They
Okay.
haven't been there, so
Yeah.
no issue. I'm not here for nefarious reasons. I'm just here because I was here last Monday doing a report here,
Yeah.
and I was gathering some footage. And actually, I was under the impression that I was going to be probably charged with, I don't know, intimidation and stuff like that. That the officer was there. And right now, I'm under the impression that there was a report done for that, and I would need the number of the report so I can access the information on that report so I can actually see what happened.
okay, I heard about the little incident from 1 week ago.
Okay?
I haven't heard anything about a report being done. I know that there was a, you asked about, there
Yeah,
was a
exactly.
no filming sign.
Exactly,
So
no film sign, that's right
we
here.
decided to do an inquiry
Yeah.
about that, but so far we have got no response
Okay.
about that. Because listen, yes, we're police officers, but things about filming people, we're not really aware what kind of law regulates that right now. So we asked
And
about
that was
it.
the point, because the officer that was here last month, not this Monday, the other Monday before, was actually saying that this sign was the city's doing. So it is the city that was responsible for that.
yeah, there
So
was
I
a-
just came back from City Hall, from
Yeah.
the council, and I asked him, is that sign yours or is it the police?
Hours, okay, yeah.
So I didn't know, and and a politician at the B, they answered me, well, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, well, exactly.
So since I was in the area,
Yeah.
I told myself I'm going to come in, double check with you guys if there was a report, and if there was a report, I would have to request from the access
You
to
want a
law.
file number, I understand.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
want to get the information.
Okay,
And
tu vas demander du préfet s'il y avait un rapport qui a été fait par rapport à lui? Tu veux? Martin, es-tu là? Oui. Est-ce qu'il y avait un rapport qui a été fait par rapport à la fin de la semaine passée? Je sais qu'ils ont juste demandé à notre propre conseil de demander par rapport à comment ça se passe avec les caméras, mais je pense pas qu'il y ait de rapport.
Si on veut savoir s'il y en a un, ça prend son nom, c'est la seule façon de pouvoir le chercher, puis il ne donnera pas son nom.
Okay. Well, listen. So far, the lieutenant, what he's telling me, he's not aware of any report being done about that.
okay.
If you want us to check in our system, we'll need to have your name and date of birth.
Well, since I was here and I didn't give my name and my date of birth because I
So
didn't.
there was no report done about that. Because
No?
so far, I'm not aware of any report.
Okay.
The lieutenant is not aware about any report. And since you haven't been identified, I don't think there was a report.
Well-
And also, the only thing I'm really aware of what's happening is that there was an email sent to a lawyer to ask about the whole camera thing. That's
Okay.
it. But there's nothing about any accusations against you, anything like that. There's no report or
Good,
anything.
good, good. But you're certain at 100% there's not an incident report
Well, I talked
that's
to
logged
the,
into
I,
it?
I talked to the police officer. It was like a 40-year-old woman, something like that. Like she had like brown hair. I talked to her. And
Oh, the officer that was here.
that was serving you last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. So that was
Yeah,
Officer
I talked to
DeVoe.
her. I talked to her, and she didn't tell me anything about the report being done. The only thing she said is that there was an email being sent to a lawyer. We have a lawyer in Longueuil.
Of course.
And they asked him about what that sign, what kind of law regulates that.
And there's no conclusion yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So this is a public lobby.
It is public.
It is accessible
open
to the public.
Yes, exactly.
So therefore, someone in public can film whatever he sees.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing is, there's just like a little touchy thing about, you know,
If
since
people are
speak about
here,
private
I
matters,
understand.
stuff like that. But since there's nobody, technically, you are allowed to film. We have no problem with that. But the thing is, I
If
just
there's
ask you
someone-
to be a bit, you know, humane. If you see any other people
No
coming
problem,
by, to
no
just
problem.
stop filming while they're here.
So the thing is, even though there would be someone here, they wouldn't have any expectancy of private life. It would be upon them to have intimacy and confidentiality. So if they don't feel at ease, because there's a camera, but you already have a couple also.
Yeah.
So if they don't feel at ease with that, they would probably need to request you, or you should propose to them, we can bring you to a conference room, so that way.
Definitely, we do have a few rooms
Exactly,
up there.
exactly.
I definitely agree with
All right.
you.
So that's what I would propose until this is settled, that if there is someone coming in with a camera, you propose to the citizens that are here, there's no problem, he has the right to film. If you want to make sure that everything that you have is confident, we can bring you in the back room and we can do everything, right? Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna hang around and take a few pictures because last time I was pretty much rushed out. So I'm gonna gather some footage and I'll be on my way out. But can you make sure that there was no incident report?
Yeah, listen, the highest ranking officer right now, he told me there was no report.
Okay.
I'm not sure 100% because I didn't check your data in our system, you understand? But if the highest ranking officer is telling me that there was no report, that means that there wasn't one.
Okay.
But if there is one,
So how would I go about requesting, let's say, your camera footage for that specific day if there's no incident report? Because normally that would be accessible through the information law, and I know that I was told that I was supposed to give a name and I supposed to have a report.
I think the easiest way would be is that we would give you the number of we have like a little section, a little team that manages that the Access to Information Act.
Okay,
Yeah, we have a team of that, and I'm
But
pretty sure
they
they
told
have
me-
a number, and you need to call them
Yeah,
and
but-
ask them because listen, I'm not an expert of on this act. At
No
all.
problem, no problem. So the thing that you said is that's the office that's on Cousineau, right? That's the office with the civil people over there.
Yeah.
But if I want to get that access, you think that they can get out that information just by saying it was this day between this hour and this hour?
Well, listen, technically,
Yeah.
probably yes, because the information is kept for a fairly long time.
Okay.
But listen, as I said, I'm not an expert, so I won't be able to tell you how easy that would be to get that sort of information. Is it allowed? I'm not an expert on the act myself.
No problem. So what I will do, because right now also to finish up my report and then my newsreel that I want to do, I need some closures. So how long do you think that the lawyer is going to be for you for coming back to you saying that this is a bogus sign or this is a sign with code behind it?
Listen, I cannot come up with a time frame myself as I'm not in
You
contact
told me
personally with the lawyer.
you told me that there was a lieutenant that was that was on. Okay. Can I get his card? Maybe I can communicate with him directly.
With the lieutenant?
Yeah. Maybe by email or by
sure.
phone.
I don't mind. I'll ask him.
Yeah,
for a
okay,
card and
cool.
everything like that.
But I want to make sure.
Yeah.
If I step here, I'm okay. I'm not breaking a code.
Listen, to be honest, my goal is not to arrest you or
Great,
anything like
great,
that.
great.
Listen, I understand that, you know, you wanted to do some kind of news report, and I know you have certain values, and listen, I have no problem with that.
You do too, right?
Yeah,
because
we all have values. We're all human.
No, but you took an oath to that
To serve
charter
and protect and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
and to protect the freedoms and the
exactly.
rights of all citizens.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
And
la loi sur la police.
And I'll take also your mission and
I
stuff.
have no mind. I'll get my partner going to check with the lieutenant.
All right.
It's
Thanks, and I'll make sure that if there's anyone coming in, I'll double check here. So here we have a copy of the rights. So what they're telling is they're going to check up with the lawyer to make sure that they get an answer back to see what it is. But right as soon as we come in the entry, we have the Charter of Quebec for the rights and liberty of the human rights. So it is right there, and we have also the mission. So I'll do a translation to make sure that you get everything up.
Okay.
So I won't mess up your name, but Officer Store Live Call.
You can call me Jan.
Yeah. Okay. You probably got that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I understand. I understand. I have a weird family name too, and people mess it up all the time, but that's okay. So you told me that you heard about the fact that I was here last week.
I heard because I talked to the officer that was here, Devo, as you said.
And what was the main feeling about my presence here?
Well, do you want me to be really honest with you?
Of course.
We police officers, we're a bit paranoid, you know? We're paranoid creatures, and when somebody comes and films us, we're like, what the hell's going on, you know?
Comes with your training. Comes with your training.
Exactly. We put our guard up, okay, what the hell is he doing? What's he trying to do? You know, we're just like that. That's our nature, and that's why we're good at the work that we do. But listen, the thing is, I don't think you mean any harm, personally, and there was no necessarily a bad feeling. Obviously, officers are always gonna put their guard up when you're gonna start challenging them on the law about the cameras.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask, because when I came in here, I didn't even know that there was a sign, because when I went on the website, it says, yeah, there's a public lobby, people can come in. So I assumed, but once I saw the sign before entering, I asked Madame Deveau, is it a code? Is it a law? What is it exactly? So, so she told me that no, it's a city. But then I went to the city and they say they don't know. So I'm playing ping pong here, and I'm just trying to settle my newsreel and see what's the conclusion of that.
I understand that. Okay, so my partner.
So why can't you be like Agent Hébert and have a simple name? I'm just kidding. Just
kidding.
kidding.
At least my parents chose a simple first name, you know? Jan is easy, it's 3 letters.
Is it Ian with an I or a Y?
With an I.
With an I, all right.
Okay. Well, technically it's Ian, but
no problem.
Say Jan.
All right.
So yeah, he's going to give you a card with probably the lieutenant's information. Yeah, so c'est ça qui est ça.
But to be completely transparent also, when I went out of here last Monday, I had the distinctive impression that there were some police cars that were trying to follow me and find my car and see my license plate and get everything about me. Well, so I want to be transparent too. That's the feeling I got. So, and also, since the police officer took pictures of me with a cell phone, I have to double verify is that legal for an officer to do? Maybe I'll have to dig it up in the law section. You
have to dig it up. Listen, I don't want to give you any false information, but
no problem.
From what I generally know, since it's not used for any kind of report, anything like that, it's not going to be put up on any social media. It's not going to be used for anything. I think she has the right to do that.
Well, since she actually, during her position, took those pictures, they're now should be accessible to common law access. So if they're not related to report, and if they were deleted, that's a crime. Because it was actually footage that was taken by a police officer during his duty. So that's why also part of that, I want to make sure that those pictures still exist and that I will have access to it because it happened because I was here.
Well, contact the email that she got right there at the back. That's the lieutenant's email. and you'll be able to ask him all your questions, and he's gonna do a follow-up for you. He's gonna send those questions to the lawyer, because listen, what we do for a living, we arrest criminals. We don't necessarily, like, I don't read the act of, like,
I understand.
access to information every day, you know?
Oh, I know.
So, you know, to be honest, you know, about what you said, you got the feeling that police cars were following you and stuff like that, you know? You need to understand that's a bit understandable, because we right here, as you can see, the whole, like, parking lot, anybody can come in. And we had a few incidents before where people would come in and
I understand caution.
We are always afraid that, you know, after you finish a long shift, sometimes, you know, we work 19 hours, 20 hours non-stop, you're tired, you go out in the parking lot, it's dark, and, you know, there's no gates, no nothing, and we're afraid that somebody one day might come in and do some harm. So when somebody comes with a camera and starts filming the place...
You just want to make sure, officer, afraid or cautious? Because if you're afraid, you're in the wrong line of work.
Well,
if you're cautious...
I am going to disagree with you.
Yeah?
I believe that fear is a natural human emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot just not have fear in our line of duty. If you have no fear, that's when you're going to get hurt.
Okay.
So
I get your point.
Fear is like a sort of... It makes you...
It lights you up. It lights you up. It preps you up.
Yeah, exactly. Because the officers that I know that have no fear are usually the ones that get into more accidents than others.
Okay.
You know, and courage is all about, you know, when
managing
you have
that fear
and you manage it, like, rationally.
Yeah. All right. I understand.
So that's the whole thing.
I understand. But like I'm telling you, and probably I hope they felt it when I was here Monday the 13th. No nefarious intention. No ill will. I was just here to gather information, to distribute, and making sure that the Charter of Rights is observed by you guys. But I had some good experiences and some, and like I'm telling you, the fact that someone was pointing back a camera at me, I found it pretty iffy, and I was also told that they would put up an intimidation file on me, and they would get my name, and how a camera is intimidation towards a policeman.
Well, listen, there was no file about that, I can reassure you. The thing is, you know, when somebody, you say that you have all the best intentions, and I believe you seem sincere, but you see, when somebody comes filming, you know, all kind of scenarios pop into our head.
Because they're not used to it.
Yeah, exactly. We're not used to it. We don't know what exactly is your intention, because somebody might come in and start filming, you know, to play because he plans to do something. But obviously, that's not your case.
If someone's planning on hitting on a police station, he's in deep.
Well,
you guys are prepared, right?
We had a guy come here like a few years ago, and he came here with like a box, and he just threw it, and he yelled like "bomb," and he ran away. You know, that sort of stuff happens.
No, but there's weird people. There's weird people.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad that you feel that I'm not one of the real ones, except for the camera. So I'm weird because I have a camera, but that's okay. That's okay. So even if I do a follow-up on the access of law, I would only tell him it was this day, it was that officer that took the picture. I want to see what was taken, and I want to see how it was built. And if there was any communication regarding that, I should be able to access it, even if there's not a report number.
Once you get back home and you decide to write your email, you should write all of that.
Okay.
And they'll do a follow-up. They'll send you the number with avec le poste that you need to.
Or the precinct. Okay.
For the Information Act team.
Okay.
And they'll be able to answer you about that.
All right. All right, so there's nothing else I can do here. If you're telling me that there wasn't a report number,
no.
I'll have to ask with the date and the hours that I was here, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
No problem.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Ian.
Care. Yeah. Exactly.
Take care, officers. Passe une belle nuit. One last thing.
Yeah.
Body cameras.
Oh, yeah.
I've asked a question, and they told me that the city was going to be handling and deciding everything. Yeah. But quick poll.
Yeah.
Body cameras, you think it's a tool that police officers should have or should not have?
I did a study about it when I was at university.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was not related to work, because I go to university also at the same time. And I believe there's a lot of positives to that, but it requires a fairly large budget. and it's a budget that listen, I cannot pronounce myself about that
No, I know,
sort
I know,
of
I
thing
know.
right now. I don't have the rank to do that.
No, but as a
I am pro camera because it can help us in a lot of ways. Write better reports. You know, citizens will be happier to know that, oh, okay, so everything is filmed. So in case something goes wrong, I can access that.
You can't lie to this.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't lie to a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good.
Yeah, no, that's what I think, and you know, we can also use those images to train our police officers about certain situations. I believe it's a net positive in the end, but the thing is, like with everything in life, it requires money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You were aware, though, that there was in the budget for the SPVM an amount that was given in 2024. Were you aware or not?
I was not
No?
aware of that.
Okay.
No.
Well, from what I gathered of information, there was a $17 million budget that was selected for that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I heard they did a study.
and from what I heard, nothing was done. So I'm trying to find out also what's happening in that way.
So basically, you would like us to have buddy count.
Well, of course, come on. It's going to be better for you guys, better for us guys also, because once you have a camera running, you know that you're on camera too. So you make sure that you follow your code, you follow your laws as possible. And if there's something that's weird, but you call up someone that knows. So I think it's a good thing. And right now in North America, I think Quebec is the only place that doesn't have any body cams. Everywhere else, we're in the 21st century. Come on, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I understand, but as I said, it's a budget constraint because it's not only about having the cameras. You need to have data storage for that, and you know.
All right.
So you film people. You know how much memory it takes.
Yeah, of course. But if it works for everywhere else in North America,
there's a way.
Don't tell me it's a winter in the cold that makes it iffy.
Yeah. If there is a will, there's a way.
Of course. And I want to make sure that there's a will, not only from the citizens, but also from the police officers. So if police officers and the citizens say, hey, we want them, the governments won't have any choice to listen and to bring out the money and make sure that everything is installed.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm wrapped up here. If you just want to ask your colleagues if they don't mind answering the same question, it's a poll, and I want to make sure that people know.
I can tell you that we're fairly young guys here. We're all for that. To be honest, I would say that.
But you know what?
I can say that 99% of police officers would be very okay with having a bike.
Well, you know what? They did the study at the SPVM.
Yeah.
Go check the result of that study.
The results are different from.
And it's a different story.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that whatever story comes out, I'm going to get them. So, since there's someone coming in, I'll finish up.
Yeah, sure.
But, messieurs, dernière chose en quittant. Petite question du jour. Pour ou contre la caméra personnelle en tant qu'outil pour les policiers?
Pas d'opinion, monsieur.
Pas d'opinion, parfait. Merci beaucoup, officier Bourdage. Pour ou contre?
La même réponse que mon collègue.
Ah, ben il y a juste LIEN qui est prêt à dire oui, ce serait un super bon outil. Et je crois que l'autre officier, malheureusement, ne répondra pas. Puisque genre. Fait que, sur ce, merci beaucoup.
Listen, man.
Ian?
Most police officers here, like in Longueuil, I've been working here for 2 years and a half, and I can tell you they're doing a very good job. We're one of the best police services that there is in North America, I would say. You know, we're very innovative. We have good ideas. You know, and people here that I work with always have citizens at their heart. The thing is, the job is tough. We work tough hours. We have tough conditions sometimes. And, well, you know, sometimes people make mistakes. And but I do believe that police officers should be held to a high standard.
And I do believe the same. Ian, it was a pleasure. You have yourself a good evening.
You too?
Thank you. Say hi to all your buddies for me. Be safe out there, right?
Yes, well, thank you.
People, so you have it here. We're out of here. Supposedly there's no report number, so we'll have to double check exactly what's what with that and go through the act of access to the information to see if we can get exactly what all the pieces of what happened when I was here January 13th at roughly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So try to see if I can get the actual film or photos that were taken by the agent de VIDÉO and see if there was any report and if there was any action by the police officers regarding my presence over here. So, it was QXM at the Service de Police de l'agglomération de Longueuil, quartier général, saying ciao and see you next time.